Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to the Great Big Card Swap. I'm so happy you are joining me. Today is Tuesday, August 13th. It's the second Tuesday of the month, and so this is our very first showcase of our swap cards for August. And if you are brand new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you've been around a while, welcome back. Thanks for swapping with us. Thanks for being here. Is one of my favorite videos of the month because I get to share your cards, all the cards that you've made and sent in to share with all of us. And I always am so inspired. These cards are amazing because it's a lot of cards in a short period of time. And like I said, I just love sharing all of your cards because they're so amazing. Now, if you've never sent in a card before, I hope that you'll consider doing so for the Great Big Card Swap. This is how it works. You send in one card and I share them all in these twice monthly videos on the second and fourth Tuesday of each month. You can use any paper crafting products. It doesn't matter what company. It doesn't matter if it's retired. It doesn't matter at all. You can use any paper crafting products, and then I ask that you include $1 to cover return postage and the envelope. Now, if you don't have cash, you can just pop in a stamp or two to cover it. That's good. And then the last thing, we don't like a lot of rules, but the last thing is that we ask that you don't write inside. That so whoever gets your card can send it on and use it and just keep that Happy Mail chain going. We've been doing this for, I think, 3 years now, and it has been so much fun. My very favorite thing is being able to send Happy Mail back to you because I know you as card makers send lots of cards and sometimes you don't get very many back. And so this is such a fun way to send a card and to get one back. We do have a theme every month. Our theme for August is monochromatic, and I'm so excited to show you a rainbow of monochromatic cards. If you would like to send ahead for the next month, our theme in September is masculine cards. So I've already been getting some of those, so excited. Oh, I'm so happy to see that, Sharon, that your sister will be joining you and Mom for the Great Big Card Swap at the end of July. That is awesome. The end of July. It is August now, right? Oh, Amanda, I see that you're sick too. I don't know. I'm sure you can tell from my voice. I am a little under the weather. I'm not feeling so well. I've been sick for the last couple days and I have more energy today. Just a lot of congestion. Honestly, it feels like the same symptoms I had when I had COVID. Not quite as down, but it started with the headache and the sore throat and the sinus congestion, a little bit of cough going on, not crazy. I feel feverish, but every time I take my temperature, I have no fever. We'll see how I last in these bright lights. I might need to end early. We'll see. I've got my water. But I'm so glad that you guys are joining us for tonight's video. Please leave lots of comments for our swappers tonight. Let them know how much you love their cards. If you are kind of not sure what to send in for monochromatic, I think that you will feel inspired, and it's not too late. You can send your cards in now. Our next showcase is going to be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, August 27th. You can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. And there's a PayPal link in the video description. If you are an international stamper and would like to participate, there is an option for you as well. All right, let's get into these beautiful cards. I need to start first with a card that keeps coming back to me. Kathy Triebenbach, I'm so sorry. I mailed your card, I think early July, and a week later I got it back because they wanted more postage. They said it was non-machinable. So I took it back to the post office on July 9th and I paid extra for it, and they said it was fine and that it was going to go back through the mail. They stamped it all and I got it back last week. I don't understand why it keeps coming back to me. I'm going to just repackage it with your swap from this month and we'll send them both together. But I'm so sorry. Sometimes that happens with the post office. And I just want to start by saying that sometimes your swaps arrive late after my video, but I promise I will still share them. And so last month's theme was summer. And so I do have a few summer cards to share with you before we get into our monochromatic cards. And so I'm going to start with those tonight. Oh, I just loved this theme of summer. We haven't done that theme before, and you guys just really nailed it with all of your cards and such amazing themes. The ice cream cards are always my favorite. This one is from Alita Williams, and I love this. She's got like a flip flap kind of card going on with several different flaps here. I just love these bright colors. Some mango melody, a little flirty flamingo, calypso coral, and some melon mambo. And there's such a fun card with the ice cream swirl bundle. Thank you so much for that inspiring card, Alita. Here is a sidestep card. This one was actually a paper pumpkin kit. Many of you might remember it from last summer. I think it was July or June last year, 2023. This one is from Kathy Cornea. Yep, July, that's right. I love paper pumpkin. There is a new subscription period that just started on Sunday and kind of a fall theme for the September kit. So if you're interested in learning more about paper pumpkin, you can check that out at paperpumpkin.com. There's just a lot of fun kits. I just think they keep getting better and better. We also have a lot of amazing kits in the kit collection. Well, this next card design is sort of similar in its sidestep fashion. This one is created by Kimberly Barbish, and she sent in two, one for me. Thank you, Kimberly, so much for sending that in. I am like in love with these bright, beautiful colors. We've got some summer splash, petunia pop, gorgeous grape in here, daffodil, Highland heather. The sunset is so beautiful. I love this sort of beachy sunset scene. And then this one with the stamps to make the popsicles and the sticks. I mean, so clever. I just love that so much, Kimberly. And then there is room here on the back for you to write a message. In fact, I have a tutorial for a similar card. I think it's the same measurement, so I will include that in the video description when we're all done, so you can check that out. I call this the easy center step or side step card, so check for that in the video description when we're all done. And let's do a quick this or that. If you got to choose one, which would you choose? I think this one was labeled for me, and it is my favorite because I'm a sucker for sunsets. But let me know in the comments, this or that, which of these two summer themed cards would you choose? Aren't they just beautiful? Yes. Our next card is also ice cream treat theme. This one from Kim Winkles, and she has this fun little half card here in the front. So half the card front, the top half spin cut off. We got the tasteful painted texture embossing folder, and then this ice cream punch. Do you guys remember that from a couple of years ago? Such a fun card. I like that little side or like half flat fold. Oh, here's another paper pumpkin kit from July 2020. Oh, Sherry, you really reached in the archives for this one. I don't have any of those kits. I made all those cards up. They were so fun and beautiful. I love how you added some embossing, some silver embossing fireworks. I think that is just so fun. Oh, the summer nights are all alight with everything magic and bright. Thank you, Sherry, for that one. I love it. How about this one from Connie Campfield, this flower cart? I think this is still in the catalog. She's probably got a name for me right here. It is, yeah, flower cart stamp set and dies. And then also the trucking along. From the sentiment is farm fresh. Oh, I love it. She says she loves going to the city market to pick fresh flowers in the summertime. What a great card to represent that summertime tradition. I love it. Oh, and strawberries. Fresh fruit is always a favorite thing for the summertime. This one from Anne Link, using some retired paper from Stampin' Up. It was from Celebration, I think, a few years ago. I love that little scallop border, too, with the twine. Such a lovely card. Thank you so much, Anne, for sending in this one. Another fruit one here. This looks like a mask, I think. This one by Alberta Futch, and it looks to me like it's been like sponged or braided with some masks. And then I absolutely love the texture of these little self-adhesive dots for the seeds. Thanks, Melon. Oh my gosh, I love a good pun. All right, so those are all of our summer themed cards from July. The rest of the cards are all monochromatic. And so to me, monochromatic means shades of the same color, the same hue, right? So we have, I put them in rainbow order, and it just makes me so happy. Some of them do have some other colors in there, and that's totally fine. However you interpret monochromatic is totally good. These two are both using cherry cobbler, and they're both using some designer paper packs. Every time we have a new catalog, there's a new color family paper pack that has different patterns in each of the colors. So I think these are two different packages, but same concept here. First card from Teresa Scott. I love this little little fold over, and beautiful stamp set here. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Beautifully Happy. I think was it a celebration stamp set? And she was inspired by Dawn Griffith to make this fun fold card. Such a great one. I love that. And how about this one? Kind of almost similar here with the circles. This one's from Joan Talent. Great layout with these designer papers and really showcasing all the colors, all the patterns in that monochromatic cherry cobbler. I like this punch out. It's a punch out of a cupcake and just very simple but cute on the inside. All right, so I started with cherry cobbler, and then we go into the very most common of our colors for our monochromatic cards, and that is the pretty in pink. Pink was definitely the color that got used the most. These first two cards use the Spotlight on Nature stamp set with the flowers and dies. The first one from Shella Sams with the 3 panels. So pretty. Oh, I love the stamping on the inside too. Little sponging there to color those flowers. And this one with the same stamp set by Marilyn Edens, and she used the Spotlight on Nature dies behind that stamp. Now, I had somebody asking me the other day, the Spotlight on Nature dies I think are supposed to be back in stock around August 26th. So in just about 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks, I think, that week. So keep checking back. Remember, we just talked about the designer paper that has the different color families. So these patterns, as well as some of these here, are also from the Subtle paper pack. And actually, I think they're all from the current one. So many options, especially when you're making a monochromatic card. Our next one is from Kathy Cornea, and she used the Garden Meadow and So Sincere stamp sets to create this card. Every day is a fresh start. Oh, I love that. And those in color embellishments, so pretty. Here is another one with the same designer paper. This one is from Tony Shaw, and she cut into, I think this was an Easy Angles card. I might have a tutorial for that one as well, so I'll try to put that one in the video description. Just kind of a cutting template for cutting those angles. And this is probably just the other side of the paper, maybe flipped, or she cut 2 different papers. Tony, if you're watching, you can let us know how you did that. I just love those colors. The ink colors are so pretty. Let's celebrate. That is from Simply Said. Well, our next couple cards use designer paper that was exclusively available to demonstrators who met the April sales challenge. It was called Cottage Rose. I think Cottage Rose is what it was called. And it's the same patterns as our Countryside Inn designer paper that we've got in the navies. And this one's on sale. But it was all in pinks. Melon Mambo, pretty in pink. Oh my gosh, I think a little petal pink in there as well. And so I don't have the paper. I didn't do the sales challenge, but I recognize the colors in here. So excited to see that. Our first one comes from Maria DB. And she's got this crisscross interlocking card. I love this with the Let's Go Shopping bundle. And so it kind of tucks in under that shopping cart to lock the card. Inside, a little die cut with some more designer paper. Shopping is always a good idea. I agree. And if you'd like to go shopping for designer paper that's on sale this month, you can check that out at my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. The annual catalog designer paper is 15% off during the month of August, so stock up on all your favorites. Our next card comes from Patty Snyder, and she used that Spotlight on Nature stamp set and dies as well. This is another one kind of like Tony's card with the angles, but this one is more diagonal. I just love those kind of easy strips and then cutting the designer paper into a rectangle layer to fit on the card. So we've got Melon Mambo with pretty in pink. So pretty here. Just love all those pinks. Susan, good question. The designer paper sale does not include the color family papers. I have a flyer around here somewhere. Let me see if I can grab it really quick. Okay. The designer paper sale includes kind of those regular paper packs. So not the specialty papers. I'm not sure if there's any specialties. Anyway, some of these are 6x6, some of them are 12x12. And most of these are the ones you're going to see in the suites, although there are some carryovers that are on sale, like Bright and Beautiful, the Countryside Inn, Perennial Lavender, and Winter Meadow, which might not be available or is low inventory. So it's just the ones that are in the annual catalog, and it's not those color family ones. It's just sort of the other regular paper packs. All right, so we're still in the Cottage Rose designer paper. Let's see, this one is from Nareda Hernandez. She said she was inspired by Robin Arbrecht and Jackie Williams, and this is called the Double Accordion Gatefold card. This one is really cool. I've not seen one like this before. So it closes like this, and when you open it up, it kind of has these panels that fold out. Do you see that? That's really cool. I love this. So it looks pretty simple. This looks like a piece that is let's just measure it real quick. I'm going to measure anyway when we're done. So let's measure on air. I don't think she's got the measurements here. Okay, so the centerpiece here, this one is 10.5 inches, and it is scored at, sorry if I got my hair in there. I don't know. I felt like I just bumped the camera. Okay, so it is 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, 8 1/2, and then actually it looks like it's 10 5/8 inch. Okay, so let's write it down really quick. Okay. Oh, did we say this way though? 3 inches by 10 5/8 inch. Score at 2 1/8, 4 1/4. Let's see where we were. 6 3/8, 8 1/2. Okay, so that's that center one. Those are the measurements. And then the outer card is, I think, just a regular card base with a gatefold. Yeah, okay, so that's the center. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to do this. Okay, the outer card is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Score at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. I should have picked a better marker. Sorry. What a great card. I love this so much. Thank you so much, Nareda, for sharing this one. I love all the little pieces that you used here. The Petal Park, or Sentimental Park stamp set, the Unbounded Love, the the Bow Punch, and these pieces are from the Something for Everything ephemera pack. We talked about those in a 12 Days of Christmas video. I love that. And then all the designer paper is from that Subtles Color Family paper pack. Well, except this one, I think, from the Cottage Rose. What a lovely card. Thank you so much for sharing that one. I always am so inspired by the cards that you share. Here's another super inspiring card, and a this or that. This one comes from Leslie Kneisel, and she made a little pocket card with the designer paper. So she's got the measurements written out for us here. The designer paper is 4 inches by 10 inches, scored at 5 1/4 and 9 1/4. And so it's folded up and then tied with the twine to create a pocket. And then the cardstock, which is pulls out here, is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Oh no, that's the background piece. The pink layer, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for the big one, 3 1/4 by 5 for the small one, and the white is 3 by 4 3/4. Love that. Do you guys remember this stamp set, Shaded Summer? It really goes well with the Cottage Rose and the Countryside Inn designer paper. Countryside Rose. I think I was saying Cottage Rose. Countryside Rose, Countryside Inn. So pretty. Okay, so this or that. Tell me what you think. I think I get to keep one. Thank you so much, Leslie, for sending an extra for me. I really love this use of the designer paper and creating a pocket like that. I think that's really clever. So would you keep the blue one or would you keep the pink one? Are you more of a blue or a pink kind of gal or guy, person, whoever's watching? Oh, you guys are really split. Terry says that. Joe says this. Susan says keep the pink one. Katie likes the pink. Saz says pink. Jennifer says this. Bonnie says this. Fonda says that. Yeah, you guys are kind of split on this. And I don't know. I'm going to have to think on that. I kind of lean more towards the countryside in. I like the pink one, but the blues I just find to be so soothing. It's going to be a tough choice. Thank you, Leslie, for sending that and sending an extra for me. Our next card is from Patty Tucker. I love this pink, all the pinks here. We got some designer paper on top with the die cut roses. I love how they kind of layer together in this shimmery pink paper. I don't know how you can see that. So pretty. And the pink gems. I love the extra sparkle. Our next card is from Kathy Gailey, and she used that, what was it called? Layers of Beauty, I think. Let's see here. Enduring Beauty, and this is one that you layer with the masks. So pretty. I love the smoky slate along with the pretty and pink. That is just so gorgeous. A little tag here just for you is from the Unbounded Love stamp set and dies, and then little silver twine, and the detailed die cuts back there I think are just really perfect. So pretty. I love that. Oh, and little stamping on the inside too. Thank you so much for that one. I don't mind a little neutral in with the monochromatic cards. I think that's really lovely. Our next card is from Risa Zillion, and she has these gorgeous layered die cuts, all this texture, and the shimmer paper back there is so beautiful. She has included some extra pieces so that you can customize your card however you'd like. This is so generous. Thank you so much, Risa, for sending these. We have a layered hello, a happy birthday, and I think there's another one in here too. Several. Congratulations and thanks. So you can customize the card if you want to put that on the front or the inside, depending on the occasion that you need. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you so much for sending this amazing monochromatic card with all these shades of pink. I just love that sort of rose, like dusty rose color. Gorgeous. Speaking of dusty rose, here are a couple cards that use Moody Mauve. This first one from Sue Hines, it's got a really fun fold. She said she was inspired by Leanne Greff, and she used the in color dots. So this is Moody Mauve with some bubble bath, and we've got kind of a half card front with a flap and then an inside card. I love that. Kind of like a double flap. So opportunities to stamp and write in many different places there. Simply Zinnia is the stamp set, and the stylish shape die is one of my favorite. And that Moody Mauve with the Poetic Expressions designer paper. Love that, Sue. Our next card using some Moody Mauve with Blackberry Bliss is from Annette Crescetti. She used that Irresistible Blooms. I think that's what it was called. Artfully labeled, yeah, Irresistible Blooms, and Simply Said for the stamp set. I love that greeting. And that die cut in vellum back there. So pretty. Well, my next two cards use one of my very favorite all-time colors from Stampin' Up, Calypso Coral. I love this one with the designer paper cut into different panels. And I feel like I saw this one. Maybe it was in the catalog. This is from Cindy Kittner. And she used the Notes of Nature stamp set and that Thoughtful Journey designer paper. I love this paper. A little Cajun craze back there. This pattern is so perfect. I think just sort of the different shades of colors for our monochromatic theme. Just a little note to say hello. And this one using Calypso Coral and I believe the Stippled Roses stamp set. So pretty from Jennifer Crabtree. I like the little stamping on the inside and those little gems to accent the fussy cut sentiment. Sending hugs. I love that one. So perfect. I know. Okay, so as I'm showing you all these different color cards, I would love to know, what is your favorite Stampin' Up! Color? Calypso Coral, if I had to pick, is definitely one of my favorites. I also really love Pretty Peacock. And Calypso Coral and Pretty Peacock together are not so bad either. Our next card looks like it is some Pale Papaya. This one from Marilyn Kane. And she used some die cuts from the Magnolia Mood. This is an online exclusive bundle that has a stamp set and coordinating dies. And aren't those detailed dies just so beautiful? A little detailed die cut on the inside as well. So beautiful. And that the long words, I think we just saw somebody else use this. This is another online exclusive stamp set. So pretty, all this detail on that, Marilyn. I just love that. Thank you for sending in that pretty card. We got some yellow cards. They're so bright and happy and sunny. This one from Kathy Triebenbach using the Dragonfly Garden and the Dragonfly Punch. She used white designer paper. Oh yeah, and brushed it with Cajun Craze. I love that. So both of these pieces here are designer paper, black and white designs, and I love that you just customized it with the color that you wanted. This looks to me like Mango Melody. I loved that bright kind of yellowy orange color, and then the Dragonfly Punch there. Perfect little accent. Here our next card is some Daffodil Delight. This one from Virginia Smith, and she sent an extra for me too. Thank you so much. These are the detailed dies from the Fresh as a Daisy set, and I love this little lattice. That's actually from a different stamp set, and the name escapes me. Oh, I think it might be right here. Let's see here. But we got some measurements too. So the Cheerful Daisies and the Daisy Garden. Let's see. This is cased from Beverly Morales. Organic Beauty. That's the name of the die with the lattice. Okay, so there are some measurements for you. And I am going to open up and show you this card. So it is a gatefold card. That has some extra folds. This is really beautiful. And then this card opens up on the inside. Oh, I love that. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. This is a greenery, stitched greenery die. I don't know how you can see that. There you go. It is one big die. I think it's retired now, but it was so fun to add a stitched background to the card. This is absolutely stunning. I just love the layers. And then we've got designer paper that's been stamped on with the daisies as well. So beautiful. Virginia, thank you so much as well for sending an extra one for me. That was so thoughtful of you. I love that bright and cheery card. Here's another yellow card, Daffodil Delight, with some different pieces of designer paper. This one from Pat Stewart. And she always is so generous with sending some extra goodies in there. Thank you so much for that. Even her Post-it notes, even those match with the yellow. I love that. Who loves getting Happy Mail? Whether you are sending cards to family or friends, I hope you know and realize what an impact your Happy Mail can have on those around you. So thank you for making and sending cards. I hope you do realize how much it means to, the front door just opened up and startled me. Our next card transitions us from yellow to green. We've got some Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lime Twist, and Granny Apple Green. Oh, happy day. This fun card from Ann Hansen uses that new stamp set. I keep seeing it. Mom just used it on her Stamp-A-Long card, and it just looks so cute. I think I might have to get it. It has some cute little images like a sunshine and a sailboat and a penguin. I just love that. What a great layout too here with the designer paper panels. They look to be about 1 inch by 5 inches, and 3 of those, and then a little center punch sentiment. So great. Here's another this or that. This one comes from Terry Biggs, using some Parakeet Party and Tahitian Time. This is the triple time stamping. Have you guys tried this one? You cut 3 different pieces of white cardstock and you layer them onto each other, and then you stamp. And then after you stamp and it goes over the edges, then you take each piece off and you layer it onto another piece. And then you put it all back onto the card, and so it looks like it is all one, even though it has the layers underneath, the colored layers. So I thought that was so clever. Terry, thank you so much for sharing this one with us. And so this or that, do you prefer the Parakeet Party? I should say this. This is Tahitian Tide, or that is Parakeet Party. I love it. I'm seeing some more of your favorite colors. Calypso Coral. Terry says Night of Navy. Yes, that's such a good one. And Old Olive, another good one. And Calypso Coral. I love all three of those together too. Oh, you guys are split on this too. I'm seeing more of this, I think, than that. They're so beautiful. Thank you for sharing both those color options, Terry, and thank you for making the colors kind of close to each other in my rainbow. Our next color is green. And so I've got some green cards to share with you. This first one is from Susan Tabachnik. Ooh, I didn't see that before. I love that. This is that Encircled in Nature, I think is the name of this one. Yep, Encircled in Nature. And the tailor-made tag die down here. Here for you. That's so pretty. I love all the layers of that wreath and then having it cut through the card front to show. I don't know how you can see that. That's the tree and the scene with the moon. That's really pretty. Thank you so much, Susan, for sharing that one with us. Our next card uses Shy Shamrock, and it's from Tracy Evans in the UK. So pretty. This is the flower, Unbounded Love. And what is the name of the flowers, though? Flowers of Beauty, maybe? And there's a stamp set and the detailed dies. I love that glimmer paper. And then the Unbounded Love stamp set for the happy birthday. A little ribbon, little gems. Oh, you could make this in any of the in colors and it would be so beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much, Tracy, for sending your monochromatic card. So lovely. How about this one? I recognize without even looking. It's from Jo Williams. She shared some other cards in our Julie Stamping Spot Share and Connect group where she layered these Spotlight on Nature dies like this in different colors. And I just think that is such a clever way to show off the patterns in different colors. And I think it brings out all the colors in the designer paper. It just has such a graphic and visual effect. Well done. Spotlight on Nature dies, and then the stamp set. Oh gosh, I recognize it and I can't put my finger on it. Same with the designer paper. It's the teapot paper, I think, if I'm remembering right. Lovely card, Jo. Thank you so much for sharing that technique. Our next one comes from Judy Kamick, and she is channeling Christmas with this one, wishing you a gentle season. We've got some designer paper here in 4 different panels, and then the Spotlight on Nature dies again with a tree stamp and punched out. Oh, I like that on the inside, a little bit of designer paper and another little piece, an accent cardstock. That is lovely. What a great layout on that one. More trees. I think that's what you do when you got a green card. This one is from Charlotte Nydigger, and this is also, we saw a similar card layout with our summer cards from Kimberly Barbish. And so this is that easy sidestep card. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Oh, I love that. So pretty. Little steps on the back. Oh, the footprints. That's so clever, Charlotte. Well done. Our next card is from Veronica T, and she used a paper pumpkin kit for this one. This is that, I think of the June kit, and it had all the fresh, the fruit, the peaches, and I think some strawberries. I actually haven't done my kit yet. That's like, I skipped over that one. I don't know why. It's somewhere in my room. I need to find it, but such fun for summer cards. This one for our monochromatic theme. I love the glitter on the congrats. So pretty. Little stamping on the inside. She used a stamp on the inside from Forever Fern. So much to celebrate. Lovely card. Our next one. Ooh, I love this monochromatic one from Quinn Fong. She used, oh my goodness. It is on the tip of my tongue. This is the whale, isn't it? The whale done. Was that the name of it? Oh my goodness. I think that was the name of it. I don't see the whale on this card, but I know it had the jellyfish and the turtle and the fish. So many great stamps. That was one of my all-time favorites. And this is a fun technique. Using a clear block like this and adding some water. You can either do markers or sponge the color on there. Spritz it to get it wet. And then you put it on your card and transfer the background. And then you stamp over it after it dries. Isn't that lovely? I know this one is so pretty. The colors here are shaded spruce, and then there is a layer here with some, looks like Coastal Cabana, I think. On the inside, you are unique and completely amazing. I love that with the fish. And this is some of the coordinating paper that went with that whale set. That was one of my all-time favorites. I loved that so much. Well, we're getting into our blue cards next. And so let's see what we've got here. This one comes from Mary Fudge, and she used Bermuda Bay with that dragonfly garden. We saw that earlier. A little bit of designer paper. The Oso Ombre from Celebration a few years ago. Perfect for monochromatic cards like this one. The die-cut dragonflies. So lovely. Our next card is This or That. This one is from Linda Vanderspool, and she used the new Summer Splash. So we have kind of a simple version here, maybe a bit more masculine with a happy birthday, a little knot of twine, the stitched square, and then this one has, you guys use this punch just to make me say it. I'm just kidding. I said it earlier. Deck the halls with bows. The bow punch. Why do I have trouble with it? I don't know. I think, though, it is so lovely how that punch coordinates with this designer paper from the In Color paper pack. And then she's punched it here with the mother of pearl, down here with some corrugated paper. And then this is a meadow, it was a two-pick or maybe the eucalyptus embossing folder, and that as well goes so lovely with the designer paper. So this or that, do you prefer the clean and simple, maybe a touch more masculine card, or do you like the stepped up card with the embossing and the extra punches? So leave a comment and let us know. Linda, thank you so much for sending an extra for me. They both are just so lovely. And I do appreciate a clean and simple card. I think it's really lovely. But I think the embossing for me on this card just does it. I love that. So if you're going to do this kind of technique, you want to stamp first and then emboss your image before you put it on the card. Many of you are saying that. It really is very lovely. Thank you so much, Linda, for sending that, this and that for us. Our next card comes from Sherry Pyre, and I thought at first that this one was for summer because it has a summer theme with the bathing suits, but it is a monochromatic card with Pool Party and Pacific Point. Such a lovely card. I think this actually is like a matchbook card. So the bottom piece here, this is one long piece of designer paper, and then it's folded up and then glued just a little bit at the bottom so that this can tuck inside like a pocket to hold the card closed. Make a splash. So lovely. I love that. Some retired designer paper. This one was in a Host paper pack, I think. Actually, I think it was in a holiday catalog. You guys, I appreciate your tips. Bow wow, and you bow to your partner and tie a bow. I'm never going to remember that. I've said it wrong so many times that every time I think about it, I can't keep track of which one's right and which one's wrong. It's going to just be something that haunts me forever. Don't you guys have a word that you always spell wrong or that you struggle to spell? Or a word that just always trips you up? It shouldn't trip me up. It's an easy word. I just don't know why. I don't know why that word always gets me. Our next card is from Nancy Bridges, and she's using some Spellbinders dies, Modern Arches. Oh, that's really pretty. And the Snowflake Unknown. I like that sort of arched card. That is really lovely. Winter Holidays, and on the inside, Happy Holidays with another glittery snowflake. Very lovely. So pretty. I'm not ready for winter though. I'm ready for fall, but I'm not ready for winter. Our next card, we're doing some light blue into Pretty Peacock. Don't you just love this rainbow order? It makes me so happy. Our next card comes from Peg Herrick, and she is using some designer paper from her stash, a stamp from Inspiring Iris. Oh, I remember that one. And then Inspired Thoughts for the Words. This is a double Z-fold card, and I do have a tutorial, so I'll add that to the video description for you. I love the layering here. A little bit of the blue ribbon and the beautiful dies, the label dies, and so many different coordinating patterns of designer paper. I love that our paper packs have different patterns and different styles that you can mix and match, and they go so well together. Lovely card, and I always love a good funful, don't you? This one is so great, Peg. Thank you for sharing that. was reading your comments. Jana says, you just know it will show up every time. And it is true. I think in every swap video, I have to say, I'm just going to call it the leaf punch now. You guys use it. I swear you use it on purpose just to make me say it. Is it true? Sharon, do you use it on purpose to make me say it? This card is from Cherith Day. We've seen this 3 times now. This is the Dragonfly Garden designer paper or stamp set. It's retired now, but it had a coordinating dragonfly punch, and that's what's also been used here. These colors sing to me. Pretty Peacock for the card base, Lost Lagoon in this designer paper from the Inked Botanicals paper pack. This one was in last year's annual catalog, and it had the Calypso Coral, the Lost Lagoon, Crushed Curry. Oh, such great colors. I love Lost Lagoon with Pretty Peacock. Really beautiful. On the inside, also from that same Dragonfly Garden, may good things grow all year long. That's really lovely. I like that inside. And Sharon, yes, I figured that was the case. Our next card is it is a bookbinding card. This one from Eileen Curry. And she's used Pretty Peacock with that. What is the name of that stamp set? Bird's Eye View. And it has the cute little bird on the books with the glasses. I think that's so cute. The layered die cuts here come from the Wildflower Designs stamp set. Mom and I just featured that in a recent Sunday stamping video. And this one has got glitter, or it has been colored. It's so pretty. I love how it contrasts against the designer paper. Another piece from one of those Color Family paper packs. All right, we are transitioning into our Colorado card makers with another Pretty Peacock card. The theme this month was a top fold card. Who was this? Here we go. I think Cindy was telling us. I'll keep that on there. The Colorado card makers chose to use butterflies and a top fold card for the monochromatic theme. So I will go through them one by one. This first one is from Mary Hansen, and she has made like a little tent card. I love that kind of dimension to it. Collecting sweet thoughts of you. Oh, this is a Catching Butterflies stamp. That was a celebration stamp set a while ago, stamped all the way around, and then stitched rectangles to cut the different layers. Some vellum punched butterflies, and on the inside, collecting sweet thoughts of you. I think you could write on the back if you needed to have a little more room for your card. Such a lovely design there. I love that, Mary. Cindy's card uses the Cane Weave embossing folder and the Labeled with Love stamp set for those butterflies, which she has colored in with some Coastal Cabana. Enjoy Today punched with that Labeled with Love. And I love the little gold accents, the brushed brass butterflies, and I want to say pearls. I don't know if they're pearls, but they're gold and they're pretty. And there's that punch again. The bow wow punch, the bow punch. Oh, it's so lovely. I really love this little accent of blue here on the side. The white on white is so classic, so pretty. We got a splash of color with the butterflies, and then just a little strip of blue ties it all in together. So lovely. On the inside, some, oh, I love that. We just used these the other day too. The laser cut butterfly accents. Let's see. I think some measurements here. I will pause in case you want to check that out. Thank you for including that, Cindy. Never required, but always lovely to have some information for those who want to case your card. I like how you lay it on the inside too. Just, you guys always are so lovely. And here again, Tina. Tina with the layering leaves and the bow punch. Tina Lynch created this card, the Exposed Brick embossing folder. And we've got some lovely shades of purple here. Petunia Pop for the card base, and some of those, the butterfly. What is the name of that butterfly? It's sketched butterflies, I think. The Labeled with Love on Bubble Bath, and then some fresh freesia in there too. Oh, those colors are so great together. I love it. And the I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna go a little close up. The the Petunia Pop gems in the middle of the butterflies. On the inside, some stamped butterflies and the happy birthday. So beautiful. I think I got it all right. Yes. Oh, thank you guys so much for sharing your awesome butterfly cards with us in our monochromatic colors. And you even kept them all in the same sort of color family because we're moving from blue to purples next. And let's see what we've got here. Our next card is from Dixie Van Shake, and she used this lovely Reflected in Nature stamp set. This is all one stamped, so beautiful, in the Night of Navy. A little bit of Color Family designer paper back there as well. This is just so, like, I look at this and I just feel so relaxed and thinking I would just love to be at that cabin and just be out there in nature. I love the reflection. This was a lovely stamp set. I think it's retired now, but so lovely. Misty Moonlight designer paper, Night of Navy cardstock, and a little Misty Moonlight ink. Those are very close in color and they go well together for our monochromatic card. Our next card is the this one from Rose Spivey. Uses some of that marble designer paper from Celebration a couple years ago. Oh, I love that die cut on the inside. So lovely. And I don't know if I think this was, the girls were helping me open up the cards and they said, Mom, the dollar bill, like it left a mark inside the card. Sometimes that can happen when you have dark cardstock and it goes through those postal machines and it just like squishes those cards so much that if you have something inside like the dollar or dark cardstock, sometimes it can rub against your white cardstock. So I don't know if like an eraser, I might try that later to try to erase a little bit or try to clean that up a little bit. It's so unfortunate when that happens. I know some of you include like a little piece of copy paper inside your card just to sort of protect the insides from, you know, rubbing and causing issues like that. Really lovely card though, Rose. I love the colors, so pretty with this purple, and especially that little die cut label. Thank you. Lovely, lovely. Here's a card from Debbie Lindauer, and she used the Petunia Pop to create this card with a wildflower stamped. I love this. This is actually just literally the ink pad dragged across the white cardstock, direct to paper, and then simply stamping in black the words and the image. May your day be filled with sunshine. That's just perfect. Very lovely. Have you guys ever tried this technique? It is like, it's a little scary because there's not a lot of control over it. You know, you just got to go for it. I think this looks lovely. And Petunia Pop, such a pretty color. This is one of the new in colors, the 2024 to 2026 in color. Same color here, Petunia Pop. This one's Spotlight on Nature from Myrna Hernandez. And she stamped a little bit on the inside too. So lovely. Just checking out her note really quick. She was inspired by Stampin' Up! Artisan design team member Isabel Barbier, and she made a gift card holder. Oh, I love that. And Myrna just did a card instead of the whole gift card holder. So glad you're enjoying your 12 Days of Christmas in July box 2. That was so much fun. And I'm getting ready to do a recap video to share all the 12 Days of Christmas gifts as well as the bonus gift, which I forgot to do. Sorry about that. I have it all set out and then I started feeling sick. And so I will, as soon as I'm feeling better, I will do that recap video for you guys. Our next card is from Rose Saley, and she used some tulip designer paper. Love these shades of purple, some rich raspberry, Highland Heather. So lucky to have you in my life. I think that is from the Paper Pumpkin kit, if I remember right. A little stamping and designer paper on the inside too. I love that you decorated every bit of it. You have such a great memory, Terry. Yes, the September theme for our Great Big Card Swap is masculine. And I chose that because, yes, Thomas does have a birthday next month. So I thought it'd be fun to have that. Someone suggested the masculine theme because we hadn't done it in a few years. And I guess we hadn't. So I thought it'd be fun. And September is his birthday month. So it works out perfectly. Our next card is from Rachel Chazinski. And she used this, I think this is Concord Crush. An older purple and also some Wisteria Wonder Oh, am I getting my colors right? A special day for a special person. I think I was holding it wrong. I'm sorry. I was holding it like this. It could be like that, but it's a vertical card. We've got some stickles and glitter here on that retired Stampin' Up! Stamp. Such a fun flower. And these colors, what a great layout. I really like that. I'm going to have to remember that one. Very nice. Thank you so much, Rachel, for sending in that one. We're not done, you guys. We got some more cards to share. A couple more. This was on the tail end of the purples. It's Berry Burst. And I was trying to decide if it should go in the front with the pinks or in the back with the purples, and I ended up sticking it in the back. This first card is from Jenny. Oh, Jenny, help me out with your last name. Is it Knutson? I'm guessing it is. Please correct me though if I'm wrong. We have the inked and tiled stamp set, which had a coordinating punch pack with 2 different punches, and then the glorious gingham, yep, designer paper. What a great layout here with a little side piece of designer paper and the sentiment right over the twine. Very lovely. Our next Berry Burst card uses the same designer paper and a different flower stamp set. This is the often repeated, we've seen it many times throughout today's video, the Spotlight on Nature flowers. Little twine there, hand colored to coordinate with the Berry Burst and those brush bass butterflies. This one is from Molly Burke. And Jennifer, thank you so much. Pronounced with the K, so that would be, now I'm wanting to put too much emphasis on the K. I feel frozen. Knutson? Knutson. Oh boy. Thank you, Jennifer. And I'm sorry that I can't get your name right. My brain feels like I can't wrap my head around pronunciations right now. Our last bit of cards for our swap are they're all monochromatic, yes, neutrals. They're neutral colors. The first one is more of that marble paper. This one from Michelle Mullins, and she used the Love You Lots stamp set. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at this. I don't think I've seen a card like that before. That's kind of a fun fold. So it wraps around the front. Can you see that? And then it has another flap that opens here. And those little critters on the inside are just so cute. They're always there for me. Thank you, friend. Love you lots. So cute. If you would like the measurements, boop, take a screenshot here of this card from Michelle. I was trying to see if she wrote anything else on there. I think that's it. Love You Lot stamp set, and then the cardstock you can see there and all the pieces. Thank you so much for including the measurements, Michelle. That was lovely. I'm definitely gonna have to try this card fold. That one looks super fun. Our next card is from Mimi Hennelly, and she was inspired by Ange McKay using the Magnolia Mood stamp set. I love that, just stamping several times in the background. This is Pebbled Path, really beautiful here. And then stamped and die cut on the front, little wink of Stella on there to highlight the flowers, and some rhinestones. Love the stamping on the inside too. I am going to write this down. Hold on, Katie. Thank you for your pronunciation help. I'm not going to try to say that, but I'm going to write it down and work on it later. When I'm going through your cards when they come in, I practice the names. And I'm always trying to make sure that I get them right, and so I do apologize when I don't, because I know sometimes I flub. Our next card is a This or That from Marie Ferrito. Look at this gorgeousness. Wow! She said that she used, I think she's got a note in here. She says she painted a piece of copper clay cardstock with the bright copper ink, and then when it was dry, she ran it through the embossing folder. Copper clay. Copper foil. That's the copper foil. Is this that the paint though, right? Like the bright copper ink. was it just an ink pad? I was thinking it was the bottled pearlized paint, which I think would be really pretty too. Either way, you're going to put that ink on the cardstock and then run it through the Changing Leaves embossing folder. Wow, so beautiful. I don't even know how to choose. So you guys have to help me on this one. Copper or silver. They're both so lovely, and I love the extra accents there with the ribbon. This one's on basic gray, this one on copper clay. Just so beautiful. Oh, and on the inside, some stamped images that made to look like designer paper. So it says, "Happy birthday, awesome at any age." Truly, Marie, you have outdone yourself. They are absolutely gorgeous cards. I think it is maybe a metallic ink that is put direct to the paper, because I can see the smear of the ink. So and that's what Marie said that she did on the inside. I think it's just maybe a metallic ink pad. It really is just so lovely. And Changing Leaves is another embossing folder that is currently out of stock, but I think it's coming back in a couple weeks. I think late August, if I remember right. I know they're both so beautiful. All right, you guys are pretty split. Marilyn says that. Sharon and Susan like the copper. Katie says silver. Jenny says both. I know, right? They are just both so gorgeous. Diane likes the copper, and so does Joe. Yeah, that's a good point. Amanda says copper for the fall, silver for the winter. I know they are absolutely stunning. I don't know how well it comes through on camera. They really are truly works of art. So beautiful. We have some more monochromatic cards here in our neutrals. This one, is this basic beige? I think it is. This one is from Marge Krasneski, and she used the cute little the hugging. I don't remember the name of the bundle with the cute little hugging animals and little mouse. I love that. And then some different scallop circles and the scallop rectangle from Scallop Contours. Such a lovely card. I love your note inside as well, Marge. Thank you so much for including that. Our next card from D. Chamberlain used some beautiful detailed die cuts that create this negative space. And then you've got some gray granite cardstock underneath it. A special note of thanks to you. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that. This was a set of 2 different dies, I believe, and it kind of did the card front like that. We have some really beautiful detailed dies. Here's another detailed die, this one from Alita Williams. Do you guys recognize this color? It is Wild Wheat. I love it. It is such a polarizing color, but I think it's really gorgeous, and so it makes me think of fall. I think it's such an autumn kind of color. Really beautiful here with the meadow die cut, and I don't know what the paper that is, but that is really pretty, kind of like a shimmer paper. And then the color on color with the Wild Wheat die cut on top of Wild Wheat card base. Lovely. Our next card uses some pecan pie from Annette Funk, and she used the Nature's Print stamp set. Hello there. I love this. That's from that, oh gosh. It had different clay pots, the Earth something from the last annual catalog, and exposed brick embossing folder. Let's see, Nature's Prints, exposed brick, Earth and Elegance designer paper. I was so close. Pecan pie and some berry vanilla. Very lovely. Thank you so much, Annette, for that. This one, I always get these colors mixed up. Yeah, this one is pecan, and this one is the copper clay. No, cinnamon cider. Oh yeah, that's an older one. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Oh, this has got a double open. I like that. So we have a mini card on top of a bigger card. Cinnamon cider here with some designer paper and the stamp. I remember this one from the mini catalog a couple years ago. We did an on stage at home and used that bundle, but the name escapes me. Our last card for the evening comes from Ginny Pender, and she used the Recollections die, butterflies, and hugs. Oh, I love that. And then having some different paper underneath with the gold dots. I think that's really lovely. we have a little bonus from Ginny. She sent this for me to send along to whoever gets her card. This is the Toile technique, card front only. And I think that this is an image stamped on tissue paper and then crumpled up and smoothed out again. Can you see the texture of that? It kind of looks like the silk toile. I think that's just so lovely. And also monochromatic, way to stay on theme with that, Ginny. Just so lovely. I think that would have been really amazing as a full card, and maybe whoever gets it will want to turn it into a full card to use it or send it as is. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Thank you for your amazing showcase of monochromatic cards. I should have been keeping them in the same color order the whole time as I was transferring them to the other side. It is not too late. If you haven't sent in a swap card, you can send one in. Our next showcase is going to be in 2 weeks on Tuesday, August 27th. And you can send your cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Please include $1 to cover return postage and an envelope or a couple stamps. And don't write inside, so whoever gets your card can send it on and keep that Happy Mail chain going. Our theme in August is monochromatic. So if you're sending in, I would say send in the next week or so if you'd like to be in the next video showcase. And then our theme in September is masculine. So if you're sending ahead for September, just make sure to mark the envelope September so I can hold it until next month. And I will say, because I'm sure you guys are thinking, I sent a card, I had to cut it off tonight. I didn't want to be, this was actually 70 cards. I counted 70 cards. It was too much for me to do more since I'm not feeling well. So I do have other cards right now in the drawer for our monochromatic theme, and I will share them next time. I'm sorry I didn't get all of them. I tried to go by the postmark and share all the ones I received first. So thank you for understanding. Our curly girls, I think I've got all of your cards. I think I've received them all, and I'll be sharing them next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a lovely week. And thank you to all of our swappers for sharing your amazing cards. I feel so inspired as always, and I hope that you do too. If you enjoyed tonight's video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future swap videos and card making videos. We got it all right here at juliedavison.com on YouTube. Thank you for being here, and I will look forward to seeing you on Thursday for Thursday Night Stamp Therapy at 7:15 Central Time. Have a good night.